That was a brief excerpt from a Bach flute sonata that I'm currently working on, and it features a number of different types of pitch jumps. When we think of pitch jumping, our minds jump to extremes, and we're like, oh, I'm going to jump 3.5 octaves. There's a lot more subtle jumps than that. In that one excerpt, there are jumps of thirds, fourths, fifths, sixths, and there are also actual jumps that I would call rapid sequential notes. These are little jumps from note to note in rapid succession. It could be a major scale, it could be a chromatic scale, and they are no less challenging to be able to hit, particularly when you're playing quickly. Now, the exercise that you're going to see is one that I created for myself to hopefully accelerate muscle memory and the ability to discern and create pitches, but it involves a very strange and fundamental shift in your perception in order to be able to achieve it. And this is it. When we think of creating pitches, our tendency is to look at the pitch hand and the pitch antenna and we say, well, that's where our pitches are, and we search for them and we try to get them right. And after all, it's where the pitches are created. Makes sense to me. But the truth is that the theremin only really makes one sound. And it's a continuous tone from high to low or low to high. And all along that continuum is where the notes actually exist. They're always there. All you have to do is find them. So even though the pitch hand creates the pitch, it's very often the volume hand that reveals the pitch. That is, something is silent or there's an interval between notes and you must lift up that volume hand to reveal the correct pitch. So for this exercise, we're going to shift all the responsibility for pitches over to your volume hand. Sounds a little strange. All this hand is going to do is lift up when you know the pitches are correct. And all the pitch hand is going to do is take a leisurely stroll back and forth along the continuum without stopping. When I first developed this for myself, I could almost feel my wiring in my brain start to re-splice itself. These two hands were talking to one another in a completely different way when it said, okay, you figure out what the pitches are. I guarantee you that once your volume hand starts being responsible for where the pitches come in, your pitch hand's going to get really suspicious. Take a look at this. What did you notice about the scale I just played? Seems simple enough. Watch it again and watch the movement of the pitch hand. It's simply one smooth movement. It's the volume hand that's lifting up right when those pitches come in. It is a deceptively simple exercise. It is one, I guarantee you, that's going to change. All right, we're ready to begin. Before you start, I'd like you to remember three things. Number one is that the volume hand has the sole responsibility for revealing the pitches. Number two, the pitch hand has the sole responsibility of moving up the continuum without stopping. That's what it would sound like if I left my volume hand up. Third, never worry about pitch slides at this point. We'll work on cleaning that type of thing up later. For now, it's perfectly normal to hear us sort of slide into the pitch and a slide out of the pitch because we're moving continuously. We find a pitch that's comfortable over the course of 2 octaves, and we move. Do this exercise a lot and mix it up. Instead of just a major scale, do a minor scale. Do a full chromatic scale. Do an ascending scale and a descending scale. Then work with some intervals. Thirds, fourths, fifths, sixths, and so on. In all cases, the mechanics are precisely the same. Your pitch hand moves slowly without stopping along that continuum, and your volume hand simply lifts up to reveal a pitch. Now, particularly when you're first starting out with this exercise, it can feel a little bit strange. So keep working with it, and more it will become second nature to you. And remember, your pitch hand and your volume hand, they want to be friends. They really do.